Right, with all the panic stations we're seeing at the moment with COVID-19, I thought I would just share with you the recipe I use for making hand wash and some of the science that goes behind it. COVID-19 is a virus, which means that if you're specifically shopping for hand wash that is antibacterial, there will be absolutely no difference between antibacterial and standard, because bacteria and viruses function very, very differently. Viruses have three main components. You've got RNA, whereas we have DNA, they have RNA. There are proteins, and there is a lipid barrier. A lipid is a fat, and what you have with all anionic surfactants, so all soaps of any description, be that shampoo, shower gel, washing up liquid, clothes washing liquid, or traditional hand soap, they all do the same function, which is to break up the lipids. And that's how soap is so effective at destroying viruses. It breaks that layer, and effectively the viruses cannot survive without it. So it's extremely effective, and like I said, virtually all of those things, anything that's an anionic surfactant, will do the same job of keeping viruses at bay. However, what they won't necessarily all do is help with the cleaning of your hands and the drying that you get afterwards, which will vary depending on which product you're using. So something like a shampoo with moisturizers and things in it would be less harsh than something like a washing liquid or washing powder, or a washing up liquid, which tends to dry your hands. Now, the hand wash that I make is made fairly simply with one of these, just an ordinary bar of soap. For those of you that have seen my previous videos about how to make soap, it works whether you've used a bought bar or one that you've made yourself. I'm going to use a bought bar here because this is more likely what you guys are going to be able to have access to. You can go and make soap in my previous video, very simple to do. However, it does need a 4 to 6 week rest period in order to fully saponify before you use it, so it's not really suitable for an immediate use, whereas this is. You know, I bought 4 of these bars. Shield soap, other brands are available. I bought 4 bars for £1.25, so this is about 30p worth. The only other ingredients you'll need are a large pot, some water, boiling water, and some glycerin. And it really is as simple as 1.5 litres of water brought to the boil. So you can still see the steam. I turned that off moments ago. I've taken another bar, I've grated it. That's just a standard 100-gram bar or thereabouts, grated. All you do, stick one in the other, and stir it. It will dissolve. It will take a little while to dissolve, a few minutes, and it will seem to be very liquid, and it will be at this stage. And all you really do is you add, once it's dissolved, you add 2 tablespoons of glycerin to this liquid. So I'll just add that now so you can see. You can see glycerin is quite thick, so that's kind of the point. This will help with drying, so it will make the solution that you're going to pour less drying on the skin and more moisturising. And you literally just stir it around until it's fully dissolved, and then leave it to cool down. It's very liquid now, but once it's cooled down, it will become the normal consistency you'd expect for hand soap. And all you then do is decant into your old hand soap containers. This is about 1.5 litres, slightly more by the time you've added the soap. So that will fill, what's the size? I think it's a 250ml. Yeah, that'll do 6 or 7 hand wash containers from 1 bar of soap that's cost you 30p and about, I don't know, 15p worth of glycerin. Take you 30 minutes to set up, leave it to cool and pour it in. So very, very simple, and most importantly, it is completely effective against all forms of virus because it is soap based. the liquid in here, it will function exactly the same as any other hand wash. No queuing in stores, no fighting one another to get hold of it. And you'll probably have these kind of items in your home already. I mean, the glycerin, I think I bought that from Asda. It's £1 for one of those bottles. It'll do 7 or 8 of these. So yeah, really it's very simple, very straightforward, and very functional. It just makes your 1 bar of soap a lot more, goes a lot further, and it's a lot more user friendly, particularly if you've got kids. It's not necessarily quite so easy to get them to wash their hands thoroughly with a bar of soap as it is for liquid hand wash. And that's it, you know, that's it dissolved. All I've got to do now is leave this to cool and decant that into the bottles. Yeah, very simple and straightforward, and I'll see you in the next one.